Welcome back again. This is the third part of general Kaizen training, first level Kaizen training. It is 5S, the first tool of Kaizen to eliminate waste. My name is Tagenya Mullah, Senior Kaizen Consultant. Let us see, its contents are divided into two, the theoretical part and the implementation part. We will see in this part the theoretical only, what does the meaning of 5S mean, and the second video will provide you the planning stage, implementing stage, and sustaining stage, how to implement that means. So let us come with the theoretical part. What does 5S mean is 5S is organized by 5 words that starts the S alphabet, even in the Japanese word, also in English word. So the first S is sort. In Japanese it says seari. And the second one is set in order, set on. The third is shine and setsu in Japanese. And standardize, seikitsu. And the fifth and the last point is sustain, shutsuke. So these are the 5S, the so-called 5S. Also in Japanese words, also in English words, they start with alphabet S word. Here to disseminate throughout Ethiopia, it has been translated into different languages. For example, in Amharic, Mstuma, in English, in Oromifa, 5Q, and the rest of other languages have been translated through regions of Ethiopia, and it is trying to be implemented moreover is on the trail. So before we start 5S, 5S is all about workplace organization and Muda elimination. It minimizes up to 75% of any organization wastage. From the 100%, it will minimize 75% of the wastage. It's the general wastage elimination tool for the 7 wastes also. Generally it minimizes, but each the 7 wastes have their own tools to eliminate, so that first of all we should have to see what a workplace looks like, how to classify a workplace is. Here we can divide into 3 categories. The third class workplace has people who make a mess and no one can clean us up. This is a worst type of workplace. Every mess, dirty and unattractive. The second class workplace is common in everywhere in every organization. It has people who make a mess and another group of people who cleans up. Those they employ cleaners, and the cleaners will clean, and others will make a mess and make it dirty. The surrounding will make garbage, so that this is also not good, but it is better than the third class workplace. The most important work class is the first class workplace, what is organized by Kaizen, has people who didn't make a mess and yet everyone cleans up. So that Kaizen 5S will make a first-class workplace, and also it is, as we discussed before on the previous courses, it is a tool for quality standards, quality conformity check standards to satisfy that. It helps us to satisfy quality checks, so that it will the third and the second place, but we want a first class workplace. So how mess occurs, why, how they did it mess on the workplace, on our home, in our pocket, also in our bags, we create a mess. How? There are 3 types of equipments to identify what is a mess and what is not a mess. There are necessary items and unnecessary items, and the third class is not necessary now, but maybe in the future, temporarily necessary items. So The green one is very important to have it and to own around us, and the black one is unnecessary items should be avoided, and by the time temporarily need, as according to their time usage, we should have to keep far away from us. So there are messes, dirty makings, and in our pockets, in our bags, in our home life, in our company, in our office. So that here are some parts even in our laptops and computers, in our mobiles, there is a mess, and unable to identify what is needed and what is not needed, what is not now but in the future we need it, is unknown, so that it will make a big waiting and searching time, and that is the so-called wastage, muda in Japanese words. So here are a company machines also will be a mess, so that we could not identify what is there and what is not there. So this is the importance of 5S is to make workplace safer, organized, neat, clean, and very attractive and easy to work, easy to handle, to use equipments and put back. So here are also on machines, makes mess, will make also break, and machine life will shorten machine life, and we can't find what we need from such a dirty and complicated stores. So here also very complicated store which is not there, and which is not which is there is we don't know, unable to identify what equipment is what. It's impossible to identify. So 5S will eliminate all this, and we will save our energy, our time, and our resources well, and it will be kept maintained. So the first is keep only what is needed, only in the amount needed, and only when it is needed. The second is arranging needed items in the way easy to use and labeling them so that easy to find and put away. Visual management, making a visual management. The third stage is shine, means keep everything swept and clean. When we clean, there is also inspection. There is also inspection of materials, whether they are broken or not, whether they need maintenance or not. We will check up and maintain it. Make it a rule to perform a given work. The fourth one standardizes in a given manner. Perform a given work in a given manner, standardize. And the fifth one is making a habit of properly maintaining correct procedures. That means creating of making of any operation and any workplace as a culture, and it is clean always. Keep it up. So these 5 points are very important for any workplace and any our own home life, and in our daily lives also. So it is the definition is the sort means distinguish between necessary and unnecessary, as we see now. Set in order is enforce the dictum, place everything and everything in its place. Set so clean up and inspection. Set is to maintain and monitor adherence to the first 3 S's, keeping the 3 S's in rule and regulations. That means standardize. And the fifth one is sustain, follow the rules, and keep the workplace 5S right. Hold again and again. The benefits to you, to any worker in the organization, it will make your workplace a safer, cleaner, and more pleasant workplace to work. Make your job more satisfying, eliminate overburdens and disappointments, make it easier to communicate with everyone you work with, gives you an opportunity to give creative inputs how your workplace should be. So these are very important points. Benefits for the organization: zero defects brings higher quality, zero waste brings reduced cost, zero delays brings reliable delivery, zero accident increases safety, zero breakdown increases productivity, zero complaint brings great confidence and trust on the customers, and you will get much more and more customers. So that 5S will eliminate more over the 7 wastes. They have their own strategies and techniques to eliminate the 7 deadly wastes. There are also 8 deadly wastes, as we include unused manpower, human intelligence, so that but 5S in general will eliminate all the 7 wastes in some part, in some level. So 5S, when you don't do 5S, you will waste time, waste space, compromise quality, compromise equipment, compromise safety, hide problems, and waste your many financial energy also, as you are seeing that complicated stores and every place's mess will create these points. You will lose these important life resources. So do 5S on your home life, on your organization, or your enterprise. So the general concept of the 5S is that they are intended to eliminate waste in general, the 7 deadly wastes in general, but they have their own, each and every their own techniques to eliminate, but generally 5S will minimize all the 7 wastes. 5S is simple and practical method to instill a quality culture at the workplace. It is relatively easy to undertake and requires minimal additional resource. The first and small investment made in time and effort pays off in a much bigger manner when the results are realized and maintained. Among the main benefits of implementing 5S are: the workplace becomes cleaner, safer, well-organized, and more pleasant. Floor space utilizing an improved workflow becomes smoother, and more systematic and non-value-added activities are reduced. Time for searching tools, materials, and documents is minimized. Machine breakdowns are reduced since clean and well-maintained equipment breaks down less. So, what is sort in general in detail? Let us see. Remove all items from the workplace that are not needed for current production, administrative operation. Keep only what is needed, only in the amount needed, and only when it is needed. So in the amount, in the time, and in the type. What type of equipment is needed here? Why sort is important? Sort each by one by one. When you see space, time, and money, energy, and other resources can be managed and used most effectively. Problem and annoyance in the workflow are reduced. Communication between employees is improved. Productivity quality and product quality and productivity is enhanced, so that the workplace will be clean. Setting order means arranging needed items in the way easy to use and labeling them so that easy to find and put away. Visual management, easy to use and easy to keep back on their place. So setting order, arranging needed items so it is easy to use, label them so that anyone can find them easily and put them again. Setting order is important because it eliminates time spent searching for an item. Motion wastes eliminates motion wastes, difficult returning items to its original place, and excessive inventory, reduced damage, safety will be maintained. So there are 2 strategies correspond to setting order. The first one is visual control and the second is motion economy. Let us see it one by one. Visual strategy. Visual controlling strategy is a visual control is any communication device used in work environment that tells us at a glance how work should be done. We can implement standardization in such a way that all standards are identified by visual control. Visual control techniques. Common visual control techniques are signboard strategy, painting strategy, color coding strategy, outlining strategy, visual management board, Kaizen board. The so-called Kaizen board strategy are the visual control techniques we can use. So signboard, what does it mean? One by one. Signboards are used to identify the what, where, and how many. There are three types of signboards: location indicator, item indicator, and amount indicator. Painting strategy, the second one. Painting strategy is a method for identifying locations on floor and walkways by coloring. Color coding strategy is making a color on the equipment and the on-off buttons, different color coding to show that which one makes on which and which one makes off which one, so that matching, it will be use matching levels, color identification, so that as you're seeing here, many times when we have many keys, we try many times to open one drawer, so that we can identify easily by making color coding like this. For green, green; for yellow, yellow; for red, red. You can use as you want. The fourth one is outlining strategy, is keeping materials according to their shape on their places. Creating a shape on their, it may be by painting or by sculpturing. We can make the shape of that material on the place it is put down. Visual management board, Kaizen board, is here. As you are seeing here, it has front and back sides. It has many important parts. The front page will contain refer attachment, refer to attachment B. So phase 1 and phase 2 will have 5S point map and 5S points list and progress chart, and also some photos to have achievement on Kaizen. Different people are participating, and the higher achiever will be posted on the Kaizen board, and also different achievements will be posted. Here the back side of that 5S board. You can use it. It's important as you want it. So here is an attachment image of 5S points map can be put on the board like this by calculating it, the achievements, what grade of 5S point, where is it, improved or not improved. You can locate and color code on the board also. The second major part is motion economy strategy. The process of removing motion waste involves eliminating unnecessary motion from existing operations. By locating items in the best location possible, we can minimize motion waste. Even more important than removing motion waste is asking why it occurs in the first place. Implement motion economy. Below are 3 examples of elimination of waste. Keep frequently needed items close to you and seldom needed items away. Frequently needed items are arranged for easy retrieval ergonomically. And the third one is keep the process close to each other and eliminate zigzag motion between them. 5S map can be used to do the analysis. Here are the examples that this is a difficult motion problem. It is not motion economy calculated. It is very difficult. It may damage you also your health, your backs, maybe back illness. It will create. So even you have to think over whether left-handed or right-handed is comfortability, to check comfortability to use and put back materials. So you will achieve 30-second rule when you arrange equipments accordingly. Putting down, set in order will help to achieve 30-second rule to bring anything from workplace. It may be a document, it may be a tool. You can pick it and return it back within 30 seconds. That is the amazing part of 5S. Here is 5S game. This is an experiment done repeatedly on trainings. It is symbolic for different materials, miscellaneous materials together put in such a way, and you will be asked to find 1 up to 49 within 30 seconds. It is impossible, as you are seeing it. Start now. Find from 1 up to 10, for example. Take a minute and try it by pausing the video. It's impossible, very difficult. Even you cannot get up to 7, but it's possible to get 1 up to 49 within 30 seconds when it will be arranged. It has the steps of 5S. For example, we do it like this now. And we eliminated the unwanted, unnecessary items from it, and we kept only 1 up to 45. That means only the needed materials remain there, so that you will easily can get many, but still it is difficult. You have to improve still. So when you improve it, you will insert it into some part of drawer or shelf. You can find it simply which one is where it is. You can get now. It is now also improved. So it's also here we put in such a way according to their places in their chronological orders. Then now you can find 1 up to 49 within 30 minutes. It is very simple. This is the amazing part of 5S. 30-second rule is achieved now. So even you can identify where there is a missed number. If there is a missed number like this, you can see that 18 and 42 are missed easily. You can see it at a glance. That means 5S will help you to see your equipments at a glance and use it back. The third part is shining, cleaning and inspection, as we discussed before. So shining seems very simple task, but it is very important for a workplace. Should be very clean and shine. Shine means keep everything swept and clean. Shine is a way to keep everything in a top condition. So when someone needs to use something, it is ready to be used. When shine, we should inspect the item at the same time. Therefore, shine and inspect come together. So inspection is very important. Here is some organizations we work on. It was like this, the workplace. It is somewhat difficult to work on here. Some difficulties. We start to improve it by making a work layout of 5S map, points map, and so on. Then we bring it like this. So the layout, color coding, painting strategies we used, and it will be an attractive and very easy workplace, a lovely workplace, so that the benefits from shine is clean and comfortable workplace, increase visibility to defects when it occurs, helps to maintain safer workplace, good working environment, increase morale, early detection of machinery and equipment failures, so that it will be also shining is maintenance, that is keep the machines long life. Durability of a machine will be maintained. Take 5 minutes to think about the following questions to jot down your answers. What are some of the source, set in order, and shine routine that are already part of your life? Because Kaizen is implemented everywhere, every place, so that You can imagine your own home and what should be done according to 5S. Think over it, and by pausing the video you can do it. The 5S principles of waste elimination make the waste visible in general. Identify waste in each workstation. Be aware of waste. Measure the waste. Improve the process. The fourth part is standardize. Standardize is the method you use to maintain the first three pillars. Sort, set in order, and shine will be maintained as a rule. Make it a rule to perform a given work in the given manner. Standardize is different from the first three pillars because it is a method used to sustain the first three pillars rather than housekeeping activity. So you will post some standards on materials and keep it as it will be maintained. The benefits from standardize, the basic purpose are to lead the workplace standardization, and the second part is lead to work standardization. When we see work standardization, prevent setback in the first three pillars, make implementing them a daily habit, ensure that all the three pillars are maintained and they are fully implemented. And when we see the second, lead to work standardization, we say MUDA elimination, quality improvements, cost improvements, delivery time improvements, process improvements. As we discussed before, the 5S will minimize and eliminate the deadly 7 wastes. So the fifth one means sustain, means making a habit of properly maintaining correct procedures. Some techniques to sustain are 5S slogan, you can 5S poster, you can use 5S newsletters and Kaizen board, 5S audit, awarding system, big cleaning day, 5S month benchmarking tool can be used, experience sharing and the like. So you will see steps for planning Kaizen. A top management patrol must be check up the activities comprehensively, give emphasis on sustaining of the activity, consider committee feedbacks. We will see it on the implementation part, each one by one. The 5S committee member and promotion office patrol will check, and mutual patrolling, self-patrolling, checklist patrolling, camera patrolling, use slogan and poster of 5S activity as we said before. Now samples of slogan here are refresh yourself and workplace by 5S activity. Let's maintain current 5S activity and Kaizen for tomorrow. We polish our minds as our factories. Here are some slogans and posters of 5S. Success in 5S comes from your creative thinking plus dirtying your hands, it says. It is very lovely. A clean and highly productive organization, it shows. It says here on the right side, 5S is a fundamental to productivity and quality improvements. So it shows a very attractive image of the 5S's. Here are also steps of 5S: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain according to footsteps. So this is very good to see like this. The third one is awarding system. Awarding for 5S protection results according to evaluation is recommended. Award maybe for good performance, award for efforts, award for good ideas. Because Kaizen uses suggestion system and the participatory approach to use workers' creativity and minds intelligence. Prize winners, group, as an individual, as a company, you should have to price, so that 5S will be implemented and it will be a culture. Promotion results may be shared by all the members, celebrate together, so that the 5S will be culture for organization. Conclusion. Objectives of 5S: create a safe workplace, create a comfortable workplace, create an efficient workplace. And subject of 5S: 5S of place, 5S of material, 5S of information, and 5S of mind. This is a very important core ideas of 5S. It's not as easy, but the works are very easy, but the results are great. It is significant result you will see in your life, in your company, in your business, in your country, in your projects. You can see great results by implementing a very easy task of 5S's. Thank you very much. If you have comments, suggestions, and questions, leave it on my YouTube. Thank you very much. Thank you.